right. What's up, everybody? Let's see who joins in here first. I'm gonna be going live the Reef experience again. Just wait for Lewis here to join me. Tonight we're gonna have the Reef plug Jordan is also gonna join us. Arabian probably join us later on inside of the video. What's up? We're back. Just waiting on Lewis. Once Lewis comes in, we can get started. Tonight we're going to be talking about a couple things. We're going to talk about, obviously I got the Reef Pack shirt on, so we're going to talk about the merger a little bit. Everybody's talking about it. But nothing long and drawn out. I'm pretty sure everybody knows more or less what I think, and be interesting to see what Lewis thinks, but nothing drawn out on that topic. I'm going to talk a little bit about controllers because I don't have one, and I've been thinking about really getting one and investing the money into it, kind of get that going. And then Lewis has a topic he wants to bring up as well. So once he gets in here, we'll get it going. Let's see if I can invite him. All right. Invite. What's up, everybody? Thanks for everybody joining us. King Tide, Raptor, Be the Fountain, how you doing? Sweeney's Reef, Nuclear Reefing, Smoking Reefer, Rodney Reefer, Munich 89, Wicked Little Reef. All those stickers, the topics today. So we're going to talk about, I want to get a controller. So I'm going to talk about that and what my thoughts are on it and what I need, what's the best option. Probably going to go with the standard everybody else has. We're also going to talk about the merger, obviously, since everybody's talking about that, and I kind of have a hot take on that. I think who cares? It's not really our business. But I don't know where Lewis is, so I'll start talking about it myself. I'll give you guys my opinion since part of the BRS Reef Pack. So the whole merger thing, I think the first thing is I really think who cares? I really don't think it's any of our business. I don't think it really matters in the grand scheme of things to us. I don't think BRS does not have a bad track record. They've done well with most of their products. They've done well with most of their launches. They've done well with the community and the content that they give us, the information they give us over the course of the years. So I don't see why now all of a sudden they would do the wrong thing. And that's kind of just my opinion on the whole thing. I'm not an investor. I can give you my opinion on a capital investment firm being something with it. For me, I work in the restaurant industry, and I'm a general manager of a restaurant. And I think if we didn't have someone backing us, I probably wouldn't have a job. But instead, I got a promotion, and you know what I mean? Everything got a little bit better. So I think it can be a good thing. It just depends on what people do. But I really don't think it's our business, and I don't think it really matters. I don't think they're going to make $10 million products and try and sell them to you. I think they're going to come out with some entry-level stuff. I think they're going to come out with some consumer-friendly stuff. And overall, I think it'll be a good thing, long-term wise. But I did want to talk about controllers. That was one of the main topics. I've been really thinking about adding a controller in my system. I've never had one before. I've only had like temperature monitors, things like that, not anything really realistic that I can open up an app and if this does that, then this will do that type of actions added to it. One of the main things I want is pH control, being able to see it. I do eventually want to have an SPS tank, and I know pH is a big thing for me, and I struggled with it for a long time. So just the ability to be able to see that would kind of give me some peace of mind there. I also want to set up auto water change, and I want to do that the easiest way possible. What's up, everybody? I want to do that the easiest way possible. And I'm just not sure. I've been looking at a lot of the companies out there that do the auto water change, and there's not many options for a one-click type of auto water change. I don't know if anyone out there knows of, but notifications is one of the most useful features of the controller. Exactly, just having that notification, it telling me, and I can then react. Because a lot of the times I'm not home and I won't know what's going on. What's up, Reefer versus Reefing? Let's see if I can get them in here now. So a lot of times I won't know what's going on, but I think it'll be cool to have a controller. I think it'll be cool to have an app. I definitely want something that can give me graphs and analytics to it, but we'll see how it goes. I haven't seen you whole day. Come here, Khaleesi. Come say hi to everybody. Who's everybody? Everybody that's watching. She hasn't seen me all day. I've been at work. It's Khaleesi. All right, go drink your juice. But yeah, so I think it'll be cool to have that ability to have it on my phone and see all my parameters, see everything like that, be able to just control it. Um, really think that Trident, really the only things out there are Trident, Reef bot. I'm not really sure. I think GHL has one that monitors the cage director. Um, but man, the GHL, congrats on top 3. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and shout out to everybody that used my code, man. You guys actually came through and made me real happy today. We did well using that code usage, and I'm pretty shocked that so many people use my code, to be honest with you. But it's pretty good. Said I'm testing lights right now. What kind of lights are you testing? I have a Radeon on one of my tanks, and I have an AI Prime on the other. And I like the AI Prime. I like the blue it gives. I'll tell you, the nicest color I've seen on out of a light fixture is the Orphix. The Orphic blue is real nice. I really like the Orphic blue. The unit itself is too expensive and it needs too much stuff for it to work. You see, I used your code and Brent. Hey, shout out to you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. It worked out. We had, I wasn't even in top 10. I'm surprised I made it as far as I did. I mean, I didn't think so many people would actually use the code. To see my name close to other people's name on there, that's pretty good. Making $51 per, that's what I was telling, that's what I told everyone. I told everyone, just buy some glue. Buy some glue, use the code, get something you need. I got for myself an RODI auto shut off. Because like I said, I want to go automated. So I don't want to turn it on and I don't want to turn it off. But I also want it to be able to make water on its own. All I want to do is be able to just dump some sand, some salt into it and have it mix up and do the water changes incrementally throughout the day, every day, forever. And I just think it'll make my life so much simpler. Also being able to have like a or they're not. I'm not a scientist. So I'm gonna go with you got Reflex. Oh Lewis, he's here. Let's see what he has. What's up, Reef Supreme, Tropical Reefers? But yeah, Brendan, I'm surprised, man. To see my name next to Reef Tubes, that's kind of crazy. What's up, sir?
What's up, Des? Sorry, brother.
Nah, you're okay. I'm just rambling on about my ideas for buying a controller.
Oh man.
Figure since I've been thinking about it, I might as well start with that because I'm gonna put one on the tank.
Hey, I don't blame you, man.
I'm gonna
I
put one on
don't
the tank.
blame you.
I don't see why not. You know what I'm saying? What I was just kind of explaining to everybody is the main thing that I want is out of a controller. For me, number one is automation. I want it. I want to be able to click buttons on my cell phone and things happen. Right? I want to be able to have a graph on my phone that is testing the alk, and it's testing the calcium, and it's testing whatever parameters it's going to test on its own. The biggest thing for me is I want auto water change, and I just want to be able to push a button, and I know that that's happening consistently throughout the day. And then the third thing for me is with a controller is the ability for pH. I want to see the pH always. I don't know why, but in my mind, I just link that stable, good pH to growth. Because all the research I've done shows if I can hit that 8.3 number more or less all the time, I'm gonna grow coral.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm big on pH. Not, I mean, so when I had the Apex up and running, um, that was probably the one I was looking at the most. I mean, that was one of the biggest W's, and I got much love for controllers. I mean, I just like to make sure that I play devil's advocate.
Yeah, it's not
Just
needed. I understand that it's not something I have Hana checkers. I trust them. I use them. I can do all of the things myself for sure.
Yeah, and it's look, somebody made it. Somebody, I forgot who it was, but somebody in the chat room. There was some. I mean, this conversation, this topic was brought up. A lot of these topics come up just from the way we see the chat room kind of play
Yeah.
out during the day and stuff. This was one of
Hmm.
them. There was a deep convo, not a deep convo, but a very informal convo. Everybody pitching in their 2 cents on the controllers and what they
Yep.
like and what they don't like,
What's up,
which is
Coral King?
great, which is amazing. I mean, we digest it all in, we take it in whether we like it or
Yeah.
not, and we turn it into content here in this Reef experience. Um, but somebody said the word lazy. Somebody said the word lazy.
Well,
Um,
let's stop right there, right? So I think the idea of lazy is based on your own belief systems and how you live your life, right? I don't think pushing a button or being able to monitor it or allowing it to do what it's supposed to do is me being lazy, right? If I could afford a Tesla, that shit would drive me to work every day, right?
100%,
Um, so I don't think it's being lazy,
and
and
not at
and
all,
you're
and
more
not.
informed. If anything, you're more informed, and you're being proactive as
Yeah,
opposed
no,
to
and let me kind of dig in deeper why that kind of hit home. I mean, the it's not really the word lazy that kind of it was the what he was trying to get at.
right.
Keeps shutting off and stuff. Um, the person that said it is far from lazy. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But I know what he meant when he said it. I know what he meant when he said it. He got complete. He you it tends to get you very complacent because it's very, very. It gives you everything you need to know. It does. Apex gives you, if you set it right, the thing. I mean, it's far from letting you know when you need to go to the restroom. Like that's all it's
Hmm.
missing. I think.
But
Like
it
it
allows
really.
you. I feel like it allows you, and we don't have to be Apex specific, but I feel like it allows you to be proactive as opposed to lazy, right?
No.
I think it because you have graphs, you have analytics, you have data now, that you can actively make decisions based on versus, oh man, I see the polyps, that coral's alive and it's well and it's thriving. If you have data that tracks that moment that you look at it and you're like, oh, it looks awesome, then you can specifically narrow down what exactly is working. Right? When
Yeah.
you make a change, you're going to be able to instantly see it on one of the graphs are going to change instantly. Um, so I don't think it makes you lazy. I think the idea of being proactive is better than looking at it from being lazy. I think in the chat they were talking about it being lazy from the standpoint. I think I had said I want a system that can do auto testing and auto dosing. And for everyone that's like, oh, I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust it. But like right here behind you, I have this doser. I use this the version before this and the version before that for
I love
years.
I love that analogy, by the way. That's
And
a
I and
very
I
good
trusted
analogy.
this. I never checked it. I calibrated it once, and that thing ran for years. Over time, I bought different ones, but that thing ran for years, and I wasn't a big tester until recently. See, B says I don't make the time to test as often as I should, so I wouldn't see there was a problem with corals until the corals look bad. Now I see there's the issues with numbers before. Exactly. So I think the same conversation where people says it makes you lazy. I think that's because you're lazy.
Well, look, and let me give you an example that happened real time. Like this is somebody else's experience. I didn't pull it out of them. This actually came through casual conversation in another chat room, which I do not think you participate in.
Okay.
It's a very small private room for another vendor itself, local vendor that he has his little private group. But very good topics happen there too, and I digest from there. There's one gentleman in there, which I won't name him, but he's actually one of the most. He's very very popular. As far as his coral growth, his corals, very very nice stuff. The guy is far from lazy.
What's up, King Savage
And
Jake?
he has his apex with He has this apex tuned like it's supposed to be tuned,
He has
you know.
everything on
So
it.
he has all the bells and whistles, and he has it running properly, right?
Okay.
He's and it's been running so good that you know he was comfortable. He was comfortable. He was very comfortable, and he has SPS, very expensive SPS. And a simple mistake, he's out. The Apex works for him because he works in a place where he's out of out of contact with the tank for a while. What's
Yeah.
up, Arab?
What's up,
What's up,
boss?
bro?
What's up,
And
gentlemen?
he forgot to check. He forgot to check one of the containers. He forgot to check one of the containers, one of his out containers, which is
But let
what.
me ask you a question. Doesn't if you're using and again I don't want to be super Apex specific, but if you're using the dose for example, the doser I just bought the other day, the black and blue one, what is it called? The Wi-Fi one everyone has. I forgot what
The,
it's called. The
Reef.
Kimura, I think it's the Kimura. What is it?
Yeah, Gamora X1.
Yeah, the Kimura X1, right? That little doser that I bought, it tells me how much is left in my container,
Interesting.
right?
Oh
It tells me how much is left in the container. I tell it how much I
George.
put, how much I'm dosing, and it does the math. So if it's telling you and notifying you, and you have it set up properly, how does that
no,
happen?
100%, 100%. And look, I'm not. I think I'm. I want to. I just want to re-enlighten the importance of like just making sure that it's just that the controllers get very, very, very complacent for a lot of people. And remember the way I see it. The way I see it, which remember, this hobby's turned very, very quick. Very quick. I got people that come over the next day after they buy a tank and they want to fill it with corals. They want
Because
to run it with
you
corals
can,
immediately, and they want to pack it out.
yeah.
And look, I don't blame them. It's a beautiful. I guess if I was a newbie, I would probably do the same. Who knows? So it's understandable. I don't want to
The
knock
Smoking Reefer
anybody.
says he says that Kimura feature is not accurate, speaking from experience. So I think even if it's not accurate, it gives you a gauge.
Man, I ran the Gamora for like 2 years, man. What do you think? It was perfect, dead on. Maybe, everyone is different, I guess,
Right, but even if it's not exactly accurate, it still gives you some kind of gauge. Half is half. You know what I'm saying? And if you
Yeah.
look at if it says you have half left and you only have a quarter left, then you need to readjust the numbers. So you still have to participate. You still have to do things. It's just a different set of things that you have to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I
Uh,
believe even like the Raven here, he has all the Apex stuff.
But
And
I don't even
I
got
know he doesn't use all of his Apex stuff.
I don't even got nothing plugged up into the damn power bar.
And he has
All I
all of his
got is
stuff
the probes in there. Just the probes, and that's it.
inside of it. And Jordan, you use the Apex as well, right?
Yeah, I have everything for
Yeah,
it.
that bitch there, he got all the little gizmos he
So,
got.
all right, so look, so let me ask all three of you a question, right? I don't have a controller.
Okay.
When you guys all purchased yours, for the most part, it was only Apex out. But now you
Yes.
have Apex, you have the Hydros. We're not going to say their name, but we have the Hydros, right? You got GHL is out there. You have the Focustronic thing that does your cage. Why would you still? Which one would you pick? Because for me, like I said, you guys weren't here earlier, but I'm looking for. I wanted to test. I wanted to dose by itself, and I want auto water changes.
Well, you on a lot, boy.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I could,
You on a
I could
lot.
speak and say best controller out there right now is Apex, man, hands down, hands down. I mean,
I, I
they're
I don't have too much like knowledge on the other controllers
Okay.
because I've never really done my research since when I started. It was always Apex.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, before the Apex, it was Reef Keeper. I had a Reef Keeper, but I got rid of that real quick and switched to the Apex. And honestly, from experience and from other friends that have everything also, Apex is real good, but I feel like the Trident, the first few batches of the Trident, they gave a lot of problems.
Okay.
Like the first wave of Trident.
Right.
I still got the Trident brand new in the box for like 6 or 7 months.
But why you
Just
don't use
in
it? But why don't you
Huh?
use it though?
I don't know. I keep on hearing bullshit stories, so I'm like, just chill,
But
just
it's
chill.
not even doing anything.
And
It's
then I
just
say,
gonna
if I
test
hook
it.
it up, I'm not gonna hook it up to the dose. I'm just gonna just hook it up by itself. Don't let it control the dosage. I
Which
don't
is one
know,
of my arguments from earlier. Like I said, I used one of these for years.
yeah,
And I trusted it. I let that shit dose. It was dosing. And I
yeah,
didn't
of
care.
course.
I didn't second think it. I didn't even second guess it. So why are you gonna second guess a $700 doser?
I need an Apex nerd to come to the house as soon as possible, man.
See, that's your
Nah,
problem. You don't know how to plug it in.
yeah, that's the problem right there, boy. He don't want to get dirty.
You
I
don't want
don't
to
even
plug it
want.
in.
I don't even.
Yeah, that don't count. You gotta
Now
Every
just
the
put
time
it
I
Trident,
see
in.
somebody's Apex hooked up and they got it to automatic water change and
That's what I
turn
want.
off
bro,
the
it's
RO
easy,
and turn
bro.
it on the RO and all
You
kind of
really
other.
gotta just sit down
I get jealous. I'm like, damn,
and
man,
go through
come
all your
over. When can you come over
connections.
and fix
What's
my?
up, boy, Reef? Reef US Madness. But
The
yeah,
other,
man, I want it.
the
I
thing
want
about
it.
the
I really want
Trident,
the auto water change. I don't want to do no more water changes. Like at this point, I'm not. I don't want to be moving buckets, bro. I'm not. That's not the. That's not the play for me.
But you're one bucket type of
I don't
dude, bro.
care. I don't. I don't fucking care. I'm not.
and you know what?
And I
Those
got a big
automatic
bucket
water
with wheels
changes,
too. I don't even gotta lift it. I just wheel it around. But still, I'm not.
those
I don't
automatic
know.
water changes, I believe they, if you have it on a machine that is gonna do it for you at the same time, the same day, same movement all the time, it just creates more stability. Also, I believe
That's
in
it.
those
Yeah, they got people doing like 2 gallons every day. You
That's
know
what I
what
want to
exactly.
do. I wanted to do it like incrementally throughout the day.
Yeah,
But I
and,
need a controller to say, turn off the ATO while it's draining, while it's filling, turn back on, turn off the heater in case the water level gets, you know what I'm saying? I need something that knows how to do all of that shit. Cause
Yeah.
then when I go to do a water change now, I unplug the shit. And I have like a little smart bar, but I unplug them all. And then I gotta do the water, put it in. If I can just avoid all of that altogether, it'd be good.
yeah, you just gotta set up a station for your water to sit all the time.
Yeah.
The other argument though about it is that shit is cost too much money. Like, do you really think it needs to cost $800?
What you call it? Coral. They do 8 gallons. Seen that dude story? Just they got a whole
Yeah. Well,
pallet outside to the park.
I seen him coming out of Worldwide Corals with the boxes.
Box. He had like 12 boxes.
I seen
What's
it.
up, the Coral King? I know he's in here, man.
And 12 boxes out of Worldwide Coral. That's
And
not an easy place.
you guys saw what reefing ain't easy said.
What is
Let
it?
me see. What he said.
He said he makes a lot of it makes sense. It says when you're nested in complete. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll it up. Incomplete. My bad, I can't pronounce that word. Is
Complacent.
irresponsible, and if you get to that point, maybe it's not for you. Speaking in general, not directly to any of you.
Complacency,
What?
responsibility.
I missed that. Can you say that again? I was looking
Yeah,
for it.
it says when you're nested, complacency is irresponsible, and if you get to that point, maybe it's not for you. Speaking in general, not directed. I think what he's saying is that I think he's saying once you get comfortable, if you decide because I'm comfortable and then don't still actively participate in monitoring and making all this shit is working, then you're gonna end up with whatever result you get, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes sense because me, as I have the Trident, I still check out calcium,
You got it
magnesium.
hooked up to the dose?
No, I remember I run a calcium reactor, so
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
don't, yeah, I
forgot.
don't do the
So
dose, but it still says the water.
how far off is your ALK versus the Trident?
Uh, with the Hana checker,
Yeah, with the
it's
hand checker.
very, very slight. Like, let's say if the Trident says 7.8, the Hana checker say 8.0, 8.1, something like that. It's very small. The only one that I have a big difference in is the magnesium. Magnesium on Trident says 1400, which is a little something. It's not bad, but I think it's a little high. And I tested with Salifert, and Salifert said 1500. So there
See,
was that's a big.
I haven't tested my calcium and
Caliper said how
magnesium in a
much?
long time.
The
How much
what?
Caliper said?
The who?
How much the Caliper test kit said?
1500.
And the Apex Trident
And
said
Apex,
14.
the Trident says 1400.
But you can't calibrate that based off of your
You
solid
can,
results?
yeah, you can, but it comes with a calibration solution, and
Okay.
you're supposed to calibrate it to that solution. Because that solution is like they give you
Whatever
the
it is.
magnesium level, the
I
out
guess
level.
as long as it's consistent on both of them, shit, I don't care.
Exactly. That's how I go based on. I don't try to like if the Trident tells me
Hey,
7.8
gentlemen said greetings from Costa Rica. Shout out
and
to
the
Costa
HANA
Rica.
tester says 8.1, and I get the same results every day, I'm gonna keep rocking like that because obviously they're not gonna give me the exact same result. But as long as they're both giving me the same number every day, I think it's pretty consistent or whatever.
What your
Yeah.
boy Roma said, Roma? Add it
Who?
back.
Let's see. We got Reef and It Easy. He says you still have to check because you love it. You like the tech and you're doing it. I agree. Rodney says our interaction with the tank and observation is key. You still got to watch it. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch it. I just don't want to move the. I don't want to move the
Yeah,
vessel.
I say you give it, you get what you
Hey
give
Chico,
at the same time. You know what I mean? You
Let
get
me
what you
see.
give at the same time.
What's on your
Chico
feet,
said
boys?
that
Let's
nigga
see.
got American bully head.
Yeah, you got the same like your dog.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's my homeboy.
he don't know. He don't know about it.
He says, B says tooling is fucking expensive. They need to be selling a lot more to bring the price down. Oh,
Tubing?
tooling, like I guess making the product, the actual manufacturing of it.
Oh,
Coral King says he got the Apex doing auto water changes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I really want the auto water change, and then I
It's
wanted to
doable,
just
man.
test the water
It's all
change.
doable with the Apex, bro. The Apex has a lot of things that a lot of people don't know that it could do because there's so much you can do from the phone app. Like on the phone, you can do certain things, but if you sit down on a laptop, you open it up, like, and you could get to end and make everything do things together with a touch of a button.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they all do that, but at least for my part, I know Apex. It's pretty reliable. I haven't had an issue with Apex. I've had Apex going on maybe 3 to 4 years, like full Apex. And until now, my Trident, I don't know why it doesn't want to automatically test on its own. So I gotta like every day press the button so it could check it every day at the times that it checks or whatever. And
how
that's
often
just
you
me
gotta
being
clean?
lazy. I haven't called Neptune.
Look what King Tide put. He said people talk shit on Apex, but probably can't even program it. That's the Arabian. He
That
bought all
that
that shit and it ain't plugged in.
Hey, no, hey, that's exactly what people be like. No, Apex is a piece of junk, but it's because they don't know how to use it.
Good.
So they
Look
turn
at
away from
somebody.
it and they look at something else. You know?
Yeah. So what do you guys think about the other stuff that went down today, where everybody's talking about bulk resupply and
Bro, I
Neptune?
think plug.
Look,
There's
he
two
got
things
one
that's
plug.
gonna
Look, he
happen.
got one plug and it's $300.
One plug. I don't even know what it is. Look, caliber. Look,
He said he don't
still
even know what
never
it
even
is.
hooked up. Never hooked up.
But
It
why?
looked good.
Look, you should just start plugging it in right now on live. Just plug it in.
Uh,
Let me show you guys how I have mine set up.
Let's
Well,
see.
I
Let's see
mean,
how it's.
you guys can see it, but you know, Instagram. I don't think I've ever shown this really on Instagram.
Look,
damn.
That looked good.
that does look good.
I removed a few things. This slot had another MP60 that I'm getting fixed, and this one had an MP40 that broke. I run a lot of flow on the tank. So.
That's what I need right there. I need all of that on the lagoon.
And then
That
the
shit looks
trident,
raw. What do you use that little
I have
tablet
it up
for?
here.
What's on the tablet that everybody has?
That just show you the screen what be on the phone.
Oh, that's like
Yeah,
the app
like
on the phone, but on the
yeah.
tablet.
Let
Yeah,
me show you guys.
that's just a screen. But that
Yeah,
bit,
it's just a screen.
that's the only
And
thing
usually,
is what the probes do. I gotta hook that shit up, man. I gotta hook it up. I didn't trip.
yeah, I'm gonna show you guys now.
Look, Lewis right here put a good comment. Put the reefing hobby is one of the last hobbies to actually start using technology. And paraphrasing, there will be some time before people become accustomed to using it. Patience is key, and that's what I think. I think there's a generation of people that just will never know how to use none of this shit. And then I think I'm in the in between where I'm old enough to, I kind of understand. And then I think there's a generation of people under me that 1000% know exactly what's going on with this. You know what I'm saying?
Same situation here. I merged to Apex 4 years ago, and honestly, I never did it because I just didn't know how to use it. So I
Wait,
was
go back
afraid of
to it. Go back to it. Let me see again. I was talking shit. Let me see. Yeah, look, that shit looks raw. That's what I need. You got the little tablet. That shit looks raw.
You just want the looks, huh?
I think so. I think that's all it is.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you. If there's somebody that knows about G don't use it for looks, man. G definitely put that
Look at
thing
that
to good
mushroom. What's that
use.
mushroom? I never seen that one before.
this one.
Yeah, I never seen that. That shit looks raw.
That's my OG.
Oh, that shit looks raw.
That's a sun kiss. That's some other things. That's the Frank 2.0.
That's the ugly.
That's the ugly mushroom.
But he got a badass. I don't. Damn.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's the Frankenstein right there, A-Rap.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hold
That's
on, let me put the
gorgeous.
lens on this.
That shit is crazy. He said that's the Frank 2.0.
That tree.
Yeah, it looks good.
What a gem.
Yeah. You still got that one mushroom, Lewis, that I told you I wanted?
Yeah. I still got that thing.
Hey,
But yeah,
King Tight Corals put Frankie, ugly mushroom.
mm.
Good.
All right, let's kind of keep the controller conversation going, but I think
Okay.
it's safe to be able to merge somewhat into the next topic while
You
still staying
doing
with it, which
bro.
is the merger. You know, BRS and Neptune, they combined.
Maybe I
Which
shouldn't be
I
smoking weed with the BRS shirt on.
I think we've gotten past that point, Des. I think we're long past that point.
Cheers to them, right? Cheers to
to
that.
BRS.
I'm just waiting for the tag too.
Hey, my
For the
bad. Hold
tattoo?
on.
Yeah, somebody tell the people at Apex. They sell me the whole thing. I'll get the little bread man. But go
So
ahead, tell me.
So now,
King Tight Corals. Frank, he asked me something. Somebody asked me something. I was trying to answer
King Tide asked you, where'd you get that? And he needs one from that lineage.
it. Which one? I don't know what
Your
Frank you was
OG.
talking.
Your OG, I think he's talking
OG.
about.
Oh, OG. I got it from a local that is very like low key. That he's like into high end. Honestly, I don't know where he got the OG from, but it came from him. How big is your reef tank? 300 gal, 6x3. That's it.
Oh, King Tide. King Tide said the Frank. Sorry, I guess the big Frank, not the 2.0.
Which Frank, the 2.0 or the?
I think he's talking about that big boy.
What's up,
Oh, the big
Casey?
boy.
Yeah.
Knockout
Hey,
Pro.
not the bash on Frankie, but I got a real nice Frankie, man. I've never seen one like that.
Let me
To
It's
get.
this day,
gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous,
I've
gorgeous.
never seen one like it. I don't know where it came from,
I
but
see
it's a beautiful animal.
on that Papalooza. They wanted, I wasn't about to get it. Bro.
How much? What you said, A-Rap? Couldn't hear you.
They had a big one like that at Reef Papalooza, but I want that coral, man.
It's
What
nice.
were they asking for it?
I think he wanted like 25. It almost
I said, nah, not that 2.0.
That boy said 2,500.
yeah, but it was big like yours.
Oh shit! I didn't know they were up there like that.
No, they're
Cheap.
not. I give you 500 for yours.
He said, I give you 500 for yours. This fucker's crazy.
He said they not, but I give you 5 for yours.
No,
It's
But not
crazy,
so.
like, and to be honest, 'cause I mean, it wasn't that big when I got it. It didn't have that skirt either. I paid 500 for it when I bought it, and it was a lot smaller. It was a
I'm tired
baby.
of seeing little skirt. Want
Yeah,
everybody.
it was a tiny baby with a few little bubbles, and I
That's
never
crazy.
touched it. I've had it already for 3 years in that very same spot, never moved it. I'm not gonna lie, I've sucked some of the bubbles off doing water for it, and
Man,
nothing's happened to it. I don't know if that's what mutated the bubbles that big, but those bubbles are
Probably.
big.
Yeah, that shit looks awesome.
I keep Big Mac and fries.
But yeah, Apex, man. I don't know, man. Des, get the Apex, man. You
I'm gonna
won't
get
regret
one.
it.
I'm gonna start small though. I'm gonna start small. I'm not balling like you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Get
get the
the
Apex EL. We're
You
gonna
check
plug that in.
man. I'm telling you, get the big one so you can run both tanks. You gonna feel like
I'm gonna get is the extra energy bar. That's all I need. I looked it up. So all I
okay,
need
all
is
right.
the EL. I need an extra energy bar. I need some of the cables, and then
Yeah, all you need is a USB cable to go from
yeah,
one side to the other side, and you're good.
yeah. I was looking at it.
Yeah, Coral King, you do need to show off your tank on the live stream.
Yup.
Are you home now? I get off. I want to watch.
He got a. I think he's driving from Worldwide. He said
That bitch live at Worldwide.
he's going
Someone
to work
asked, what do you guys think about leaving the lights off for 2 or 3 days to get rid of dinos?
to get rid of what dinos.
Yeah,
I think what you told me to do worked. I think the Microbacter 7 plus a little bit less light and the UV works.
that works charms, bro. I know they say that there's different strands of
Yeah,
the.
I don't know. I'm
the
not that scientific.
the
I know you got to
microscope.
get the
yeah, I know. Me
microscope.
neither. I just
Yeah.
I just know dinos is dinos, but there is supposedly different strands of them, and they say that the UV sterilizer doesn't work on some of them. But for the most part, everybody that I know that's gotten dinos and they've done what I told them, which is the UV sterilizer, Microbacter 7, and heavy floss to catch it.
Yeah.
I got rid of it within
I'm
days.
60 torches.
Never seen it again.
That reminded me of something somebody asked me earlier to talk about. They were talking about using ChemiClean in the tank
Oh,
to help with the torches, to help with the slime, to get the jelly off and all of
I'm
that.
new to that. I'm new to that, so I
I
didn't
actually
even know
had
that.
I've
Coral
had two
King
experiences with the
said 60
ChemiClean.
torches.
Huh?
I've used
Coral King just said 60 torches and 38 cans.
that's
God
a
bless
lot.
that dude.
That's a long drive.
All right. Well, he got some work to do.
And he got some work to do. Coral King, what is he doing? Is he gonna open a store? What is he doing with this? Is this just in his house or he sells them? What is he doing?
Just keep posting. Just
Or
keep
we
posting.
just looking at him? That's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
He took the whole
Yeah.
left side of the lagoon at Worldwide Corals.
Yeah.
That's how he shops. So he just asked for
You
the
don't
whole
think it's
left side of
crazy
the
though that
lagoon.
they have that many corals ready to go? Like you can
The man,
walk in and say I want 60 torches and they're like, all right, no problem.
he bagged his own corals.
That's crazy.
He bagged
He
his own.
said, all for personal collection.
But yeah, so the ChemiClean. The first time I used it, I overdosed it in the 90-gallon tank, and it killed all the SPS that I fucking bought. It killed all my LPS. The tank was cloudy. The skimmer was overflowing for fucking 2 weeks. And I'm talking doing water change, couldn't get it out of the system. So I definitely think if you're going to use ChemiClean, do a half dose. Whatever it says, just put half of it in there. The second time I used it to get rid of cyano, I put it in there half dose, and I actually did it over a course of a week. So I broke up what the dosage was for the one real dose, and every day, because you're supposed to change the water, I believe, in 2 days, 20%. So I would do a quarter dose, go change the water, do another quarter dose, and I did that for a week. Took away everything out of the tank. Now on the lagoon, I put that sand in there, and everything was cool, and then it wasn't, right? Because it never had sand in it before. And I just did the same thing, a half dose. I put 2 scoops, mixed it up with some tank water, poured it in, turned off the skimmer. 2 days later, it's been 2 weeks now, I don't have nothing in the tank. All the sand is white, and it definitely worked.
I believe in ChemiClean. I've used it plenty of times.
But it will kill everything in your tank if you do too much.
Man, if you can follow instructions, it ain't gonna kill nothing.
It won't. Exactly.
That's what
If
you
you
gotta
follow
do.
the instructions, nothing will happen. Because I've used it numerous times, and it kills the cyano, bro. And it doesn't kill anything else.
And I know, like King Ty was saying, natural methods work. I mean, I get it. You want to do it the natural way, but the whole situation is unnatural, so you might as well just use the ChemiClean and be done with it. Like,
Yeah.
you're fucking looking at cyano for weeks and weeks and weeks, trying to figure it out. You put a couple scoops of that stuff in the tank, and it will clear all that shit out.
With the skimmer situation, I've had luck that, I sit there for how you got to do your water change after the ChemiClean
Yeah.
treatment. So what I do is I turn the skimmer on, and the collection cup is gonna fill up pretty fast.
Yep.
I usually it takes me about 3 to 4 collection cup fulls to let it get full, and the skimmer stops acting up after I
East
do it.
Hollywood.
So
He says milk gets rid of it all without killing anything. So let me tell you guys a story about something I did. I didn't share this with nobody. Arabian knows, and they were laughing at me when I told them. Well, Jordan knows. Everybody was talking shit that it wasn't gonna work. So let's talk about milk. So I took about 15 gallons of water. I put a whole bag of kalkwasser inside of the bucket. I mixed it up. I let it settle. I then took the rocks out of my tank that had aptasia. I took all the corals off of them that I could, and I dipped the whole rock inside of this bucket for like an hour, and I let the calc go all over the rock. I took the rock out, washed the rock off real good, got all the little pieces of calc off of it. I threw it back into the tank. The next day, because the worry was my alpha was going to skyrocket, right? The next day, it only moved half a point up. So I was like, all right, that's not bad, right? Half a point is half a point up, but half a point. I started at 7.5, so I'm at 8 now. So there's nothing to be alarmed about. I have the other rock with the bubble tip anemones on them that's been on this rock for years, and I have some zoas and some other corals on it. I took that rock, I put it outside, and I scooped all of the calc out of the bucket, and poured it on the rock. Let it sit, wash it off. This is outside for like 30 minutes. The anemones are on there, everything, right? Outside. The calc is sitting on it. Washed it off, same thing. Got some salt water, washed it off. Threw it in the tank. My alk went to 8.3. Did a water change. It evened back out at 8. Right now, both of those rocks, I killed literally probably 95% of all of the aptasia on those rocks and didn't lose a single coral. That shit took off all of the bulbal algae. All of the rock is just perfect.
Hey, maybe you're on to something.
Perfect.
Yeah, but that flatworm exit stuff, that stuff's potent though, bro. I ain't never even used that as long as I've been in the hobby.
Yeah, I've used it.
But yeah, well, if you use that right there, you got to be ready. Water on deck, a lot of it. Do water change.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely had to have a lot of water.
And a lot of carbon.
Maybe about 6 years ago.
She says, so what about the other 5% of the aptasia? So the other 5% of aptasia I have are in the sand, on the little frags that I took off. that stuff, now I can actually manage that. You understand what I'm saying? Before, when that shit was on the rocks, there was nothing I could do. So I feel like now I can actually manage it. Like I had just put like 12, 14 nudies in there 2 weeks ago. But there were so many that I just don't think it would have ever worked. So them shits are probably dead right now. But I
Yeah.
think if I put another batch in there now they're going to be able to actively knock out the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But it worked though. One of the anemones did move to the other side of the tank once I put it back in, which was crazy because it hasn't moved in a long time. But I killed all those Aptasia. And anything that was on that rock was dead. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She said add burgers. Depends on flatworms. So how about management? It's not the chemicals. But yeah, so that's what we got going on. Lewis, what you got for us? Our next topic we're going into.
I mean, I think we're like I said, we didn't discuss the merger at all, and I think a lot of people probably want our 2 cents just because it's the hot topic of the day.
What do you
I
guys think?
def-
I'll give mine last.
well, I mean, here's my thought process on it. I think it's great. I think it's great that they merged, but the reason why I think this topic was probably interesting to talk about is because I've heard a few different combos today, including G Carroll's, which is always a hit because it's
Hold
very
on, real
factual.
quick. Fortifier says, did you guys start out big league with the large tanks, finest equipment, and extravagant livestock, or did you start out casual and build up? I think all of us started. I have a 25 lagoon Fortifier's fish. I have less water than he probably has in his dosing container. The Arabian built his tank. Lewis has had a lot of tanks, so all of us are started out casual. I don't think any of us just bought all this stuff randomly.
If you consider Craigslist casual,
Craigslist.
back in the days, that was the GOAT.
Yeah, but no, I just saw that, so I didn't mean to stop you there.
No, it's fine. I think one of the combos that I think we need to kind of have with this merger that I think hasn't been discussed is they're going to be put in a place, and I think you brought it up. I think probably the first rollout that they're going to have is probably going to be a more lower end piece of controller.
And we got somebody from Brazil and Costa Rica. Shout out to Brazil.
And this kind of touches on what G was saying as well, of like the Trident, the first glitches and stuff into Trident. And I mean, Trident, we still got to remember, even though Trident's been around now for a pretty good minute, and it definitely seemed to have showed a lot of success for a lot of people. It's still 1.0. It's still 1.0. For something that's I think gonna be around for the next 1,000 years, if this hobby, which I'm sure it'll still be around. So, but it's still 1.0. I think I'm curious to see how fast Apex will move to give us a new system. And what
you think they're gonna make a whole new system?
I mean,
because the old system is from 2016, right? The one that everybody has now. I think that's what it's called.
I couldn't tell you exactly the date it came out. I think G said he's had it for about 4 years now.
Yeah, I think it came out 2016.
I got mines around the same time as G. And around that time, it was when I got mines and when G got his, it was in no way new. It had been around. We kind of got it probably a year or two after it came out. So, it wasn't like we were first to roll out. So it's been around for a minute now. It's been around for a minute. So I'm curious to see if this merger is gonna be that setting stone to bring something new to the table, and what's that gonna do to these old systems, and that's why I think the hesitation is too. They put a very
but the old Apex systems they're all upgradable, right? Like I believe there's people who still use the little Apex bars and play Fusion online. You get what I'm saying? You still have the same access online, even with the generation before.
Yeah, look, King Tide Coral says, nah, they'll just better this one and also continue to better customer service. I mean, in the end of the day, we gotta understand they're a business, and now they're a big business. And if I can tell you anything about these big businesses and mergers, and I'm not sure if they're public yet, but if they get big enough, they're gonna have to go public. And when you go public, you no longer have full control. You now have a board of directors, and they're mainly investors, and the first thing they're going to need is more product. I mean, one thing you have to roll
You
out
have to
is more
grow.
product. If you're a business, you have to roll product. I mean, the consumer might not want to see that, because they're invested into something, but it's a company. Ultimately, it's a
So
company.
let me see. Let's talk about these two comments. So Crab said my Control 4 was super quick to set up and didn't need instructions. Crab, shout out to the Control 4. Not getting it. And then B said Apex customer service is why I went to GHL. But a lot of the reviews on GHL that I see is that it's non-existent. And when you need to fix a part, they send you the pieces and you have to do it yourself. Like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not an option.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's not an option. Like, I'm not. If I got to unscrew it and all of that, then what was the point of me buying it? If I got to, you know what I'm saying? Do all of that.
Yeah, that's right.
So I wouldn't run that way. I think as far as that the merger thing is concerned, I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, I don't think it makes a difference to us really. I think the only thing that happens is you just get more products. I mean, who cares? I don't really think. I think it's way a bit above all of our pay grade as far as all of this is concerned. Uh, as far as this particular field, and you know what I'm saying? Those dudes are making decisions for their own lives, for their companies. That man started his company. He can do whatever he wants with it, and they're doing good, obviously. The people who
100%.
are listen, the people who are selling, I'm sure they would rather be buying. You understand what I'm saying? So he's up. So you gotta. I'm rolling with it. I mean, that's why
Yeah.
we've been talking about it. I think it's fine. I mean, what difference does it make to me at the end of the day?
No,
The product is the
100%.
product. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
Look how many torches this guy got too.
I don't never show nobody top downs.
You got that canopy now. You don't know how to act. I seen your post. You got talking about you got a lid. Nah, it looks good.
Thank you, big. Thank you.
Hello, organized too.
That's what I
Real
think I'm gonna
Listening,
do. I
man.
think I'm gonna put those torches in there. I
I'm
need some of those acanthos too.
Oh, you should see what's coming tomorrow and after. FedEx gonna be tired of me this week, bro. Telling you.
Nah, it looks good though.
Very pretty.
It's pretty.
It's pretty.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
Knockout Coral says, damn. Farm Frag says, send me your Apex. I'll fix it for you.
Come.
Hey, Farm
I
Frag's
told,
coming through.
yeah, farm friend. Man, I told him I'd pay for his ticket. Come on.
Hold on. Farm Frack says he could fix the Apex.
Yeah,
He can't. He doesn't need to fix it. He just needs to plug it in. It's not plugged in.
yeah.
That's the first problem.
Well, he gonna,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Trident because I got an issue with my Trident.
he gonna help you too. He gonna show you how to fix it.
But you see,
Yeah.
that's the good thing about having Apex, right? When you go online and you look at Apex and you go on Reef to Reef, there's 7 million fucking posts about Apex.
That shit give you a headache. You get you confused. I don't want to look.
I saw a website. I found a website that has all the codes. So if you want to set up auto water change, you just copy and paste the little codes and what you know what I'm saying. However it works, and you type it in. Done. And now it does it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of information out there is good.
Yeah,
What's wrong with it?
Maurice Clark, what's wrong with Trident? It doesn't automatically test on its own like it's supposed to. And I gotta manually make it test every day. I don't know why.
I
I've
check
done stuff to it.
just about every day. That's the only thing I check really. Just my out.
Foreign flags. I'll pick it up from you. Is he local?
Yeah, are farm frags? Are you local? I thought you were out of state.
Yeah.
But
Boy,
you guys are talking to farm frags. He don't live nowhere near Miami.
Oh God.
I don't think he lives nowhere near Miami. In my mind, he don't. I think he lives like in California somewhere. Nah, you got a
No,
single territory. Yeah, you
I'm
see?
outside. It's still.
Yeah, I know he's from California. I be paying attention. This niggas, I know where you're at, sir. Farm frags.
He said he's local.
yeah, he looked.
SoCal, South Carolina, South California, I guess. I don't know.
Send them a plane ticket, bro.
To fix the Trident, I don't want to have to do
Not
all
to
of
fix
that.
it Friday. You just go ahead and hit him up in the deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up.
He's like another little Telegram dude. You know that Telegram guy?
Who's another Telegram guy?
Huh?
Farm Frag's not another Telegram guy.
Yeah, he is.
Is he? He's with the Telegram movement?
Yeah.
They build stuff?
No, he's not. I don't know if he's with the movement, but he got his own little movement going on.
Yeah, I know he's Team Milk, and I've seen his tank before. I've seen the streams.
Team Milk.
Des, they're asking. Sorry, I'm new here. The guy in the kitchen with a lagoon. What's your
It's
app
me,
so I can check out your setup?
Sky High Reef,
The Arabian Reefer.
the Arabian Reefer.
What's that?
I don't know. What's up, Greg?
Fortifying his fish. If you look at the attendees of this live on top, it should have all our handles up there. His is gonna be the Arabian Reefer, so you can get it exactly.
Click on the Reef Experience, and then you can see everyone's name.
There's nothing going on, buddy.
We got Mr. Greg in the building. What's going on, bud? Thanks for joining. You just missed the spiel on the controllers and the whole merger, all that.
Greg is
stuff.
Greg is a Control 4 guy.
Oh yeah.
He's a Control 4 guy, and he told me I need the thing for the skimmer. And he told me it's gonna change the water, but I'm not. We're gonna get the little orange box. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join that club.
You might as well buy it new too, bro. Don't buy it new.
No, I'm gonna buy it new. I'm not gonna buy it.
If it's got a good date on it. If it's got a good date on it and you can transfer the warranty over, do it.
And even then, Arab, I mean, I'm glad you brought it up. I personally, like, even with date and all, I mean, I can tell you from experience, if I don't buy new. With something like the Apex, you need to buy it new.
But yeah, he can, but you gotta think about it. He just wanted just to want it. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna use it. I told you all. Listen,
you're like,
he's the one. Listen. He says I want it just to want it. His is not even plugged in. I have mad uses for it.
Plugging it in though, bro.
Look at all that shit he has. He doesn't even know what's plugged into the Apex.
Because somebody always here. I mean, it's always the kid and the lady here. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, they see it. If I go somewhere, I know who to come and look after it.
So let me ask you guys a question. Another thing me and Luce were talking about, right? How do you guys feel about everybody when people post like clickbait shit and trick you into liking their post in the Reef world? You don't think it's weird?
Man, there's a lot of that out there. There's a lot of that out there.
And Arabian, he got a lot of followers. There's a lot of people talking to him.
I got a lot of followers. I got like 4,500.
He's the boss. I seen his tiger. You seen his tiger torch video he posted today?
That thing is ridiculous, man. And I've seen some nice torches, man. That one's on that level right there, man. That was crazy. I've seen
that was supposed to be mine, boy. He took it from me, man.
Were you in that one, G?
The one that I got from PV?
He has a.
Oh,
he has one already too.
The one that I got from PV, bro. You don't even. that shit like huge. And they closed up yesterday to poop. It was pooping
Ooh, they
yesterday.
can trick you.
I was scared. I was like, "What's going on? What's going on?" He's pooping. All right. That thing got split almost.
How
Wow.
often do they spawn in your tank a lot or no?
I just hit one spawn, and there's one right there taking the shit out of the canto, and there's a couple more on the rocks. But it's from that purple plain green tip.
That's raw.
These things. Look how they canto all curved. That's a shame.
You
That's what I
pause.
need in the lagoon. The whole floor like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Rab, you stopped on the Acanthos? Are you kind of over that craze already? Do you still look at them and buy them? Are you?
Hell no. Only if I win them. I don't try to buy. I can't do no with them. They're just big.
Someone asked, what food do y'all feed? I make my own.
What is it?
You said what food?
Knockout calls asked, what food do y'all feed?
Thanks, fortifiers.
Red
I
Sea
make my own.
Me?
I feed
Coral King?
that Reef
Because they're
Nutrition.
expensive.
I'll be buying the little Reef Nutrition squeeze bottles. That's easy. And then I'll be buying them big slabs too. Because I got a lot of fish, so I need to make my own food.
Nah, I have a tiny tank, so I just give them half a cube, and I put that Barrier Reef Lab powder in there a couple times a week, and some Polyp Lab.
Hey,
Easy.
Coral King, let me sell you like 2 3 those, bro. Let me sell you.
Right? Somebody's expensive. He bought 60 torches. That's expensive.
Yeah, man. Shit. Wow. That's gnarly, man.
60 torches, boy.
At least that's
He got
60,
a,
30
he
acres.
got a long night ahead of him, boy.
Somebody said Arab feeds his corals steak and lobster. That's what he was preparing. I thought he was cooking dinner. Nah, that's him making the coral food for the night right there. Everything outside in the kitchen, that was coral food, bro.
Bro, my corals don't even get fed, bro. I just do a little broadcasting every once in a while.
Knockout said, "Do you got tips?" I think you just mix up whatever food you want to put in the blender and then freeze it. I think it's as simple as that, right? To make your own
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
Yeah, just source whatever you want and blend it up and freeze it. Easy.
I ain't selling no Acanthos for 400. Hell no. I ain't got no $400 Acanthos, no.
You gonna buy 10 of them? You gotta give them the deal.
10 for 7,500. That's a deal.
I'm trying
I've
to
never
get a
been
tank
able to
full of.
keep one of those things alive, man. I don't know why, man.
Man, them
Coral
shits.
King, look, he says he's trying to get some of those tanks. Coral King, you should hit up PV's Reef. He can PV can get you those tanks for
I
sure.
think he already got one from him.
Yeah, he got one no tank though, but he can get them.
Yeah, PV can get them for him for
No,
sure.
I think if I didn't Coral King, didn't you already get a koi from PV? I believe
Yeah,
you
he
did.
did. He got I think it's like the mimic tang looking ones.
Yeah, look like one.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate tang, I think. With
Yeah,
the
something
pattern.
like that.
Yeah.
There
Versus,
Those
you
things
go.
used to be crazy money, man. When they first came out, those things were crazy money, man. Some people asking 2-3 grand for them boys.
Whew.
yeah.
Store where I was at yesterday, he had some for 600, but they were too damn big for my.
They only come big. You can never ever find a baby.
Man, if you on calico, man, don't do it, bro. I think them shit just look like a fucked up Scopius, really. To me,
Nah, it's just raw.
bitches look nice out of the water than they do in the water. Tell me I'm lying.
Nah, I
Yeah,
think they
you
look raw. But they
fat.
look
Big
better.
fat.
You know which tang I always thought looked stupid? The gem tang. That shit doesn't look good to me.
Look, Gem
The
Tank.
purple tang looks better than the gem tang because the purple
It
tang
does.
is purple, yellow, and has dots.
I take a purple over a fucking gym tank any day.
Which one? Which one you take?
I'll take a purple over a gym.
The purple looks better, man.
Man,
I
You
can
get
agree with
colors
that,
and
but
you
the
get the
gem is
dot.
man, bro, the gym tank, when he gets 4.5, 5 inches, them shit's ugly, bro. Them bitches ugly.
Those shits are ugly.
Hey, Team Milk, bro. Hey, Des, by the way, this is chocolate milk. I don't know if you saw, he put you that. He told G. Carroll that you took the title. You took the title from G. Carroll. You're the, you're the
Yeah,
man.
that's what we call it. I don't know. It's chocolate milk. We're team chocolate milk.
Oh, my God.
Nah, we
All
team
right.
milk over here.
Team goat milk.
You're in goat milk.
It's ridiculous. Nah, but those tangs look raw, man. I think the ones with the blue faces are the rawest ones.
Gorgeous, bro. I love them.
Wow. Oh, that
What?
his way. And I put that keychain in the box and the shirt. That boy gonna be clean.
Yeah, he sent me. We got a package, Kick Plus. You gotta post Kick Plus, man. You know everybody. This guy sells shirts, shoes, socks, belts,
Women's clothes.
women's clothes for sure.
Women boutique. Not clothes, boutique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it comes soon so we can put it out. We show people what we got.
I think 2 days max. Boy.
Hey, Des, when do you plan on getting the Apex?
Probably next week.
Yeah, when they spend 500.
Right, Reef Pack.
Reef pack, bitches.
Reef Pack. Nah, I don't know. Probably next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I've also been thinking about I can get another little tank, have 3. But they got some tanks on there too, you know?
Buy one of them little 25-gallon Peninsula from Waterboy.
That's what I was thinking because I already got a table I can put it on in the middle anyways. And then I just have the 3 nano tanks and then I can just be the nano tank man, you know?
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey, speaking of tanks, man, it's been a while since I helped build a water box. This weekend, I had an old friend of mine's reach out that he needed some help and he needed some water. So I went over to help him build this thing. I hadn't done an install in a while, so my body definitely reminded me how hard it is to build the tank from scratch. But water box is a beast. Their assembly, I truly forgot how good those guys are. I mean, they're what a system, man. They really nailed these tanks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
There's a dude that stuck a 220 in a hole like me the other day. I seen Coral Fantastic or
Nah, bro, Coral Fast. I think that's the bigger one. I think that's a 320.
No, nigga, you don't know what I'm doing, man. Mine's a 230.
Nah, that shit looks raw though. They do look really good inside of the little how you guys have them in the little hole.
Yeah, they're badass tanks. They're badass tanks. Well, I built a buddy's tank. And sure enough, he's already on his craze. He's new to the hobby, but one of the worst things that could happen is having an LFS in your backyard. It's a dream and a curse at the same time if you don't watch your wallet. I mean, Abu, you said you only got one LFS by you, right? Like, and it's not even a good one. Like, you got to go out of town to get to a decent one or something like that. You said.
Yeah, I just be going to buy like carbon and fish food and stuff. I get fish from him though because he holds fish for me for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like semi beats the quarantine thing. You know what I mean? So,
give him a shout out. What's the name?
Aqua Hut, John from Aqua Hut. He's not on the gram too, but
is he an older business? Is he just one of these more established older LFSs been around for a minute?
Yeah, he been around for a minute. He got a nice shop.
Milk in the mint tea. It's fire. They're talking about milk in the comment right now.
Sorry.
For the Jamaican in me had to speak up. But milk and mint tea, fire.
Ah! Oh man.
Nah, I always wanted a water box, bro, but that shit costs too much money, man. I'm not wasting my money on that. There's so many
Man.
other things I could spend $5,000 on, and it's not gonna be a fucking fish tank.
Bro, my tank, when I brought my tank, it was $32.99. And
Whew.
now I checked it the other day, it was like a little bit over $4,000.
Plus lights. So if you get your tank with the lights, you're at like 7,500. You still need 42
Mhm.
MP60s.
You're
You
more.
need fucking I need the pump, the return. Now I'm 10 grand in the hole before I put water in it.
Yeah, that tank right there sit 10 grand dry.
Yeah, I'm okay I'm cool on that. If there's a lot of things I'm gonna spend $10,000 on, and it's not gonna be a fish tank right now.
I
Man.
guess
I'd rather be nano tank boys.
I guess I've been in the hobby so long that this tank, when we bought this house, that I was gonna buy a nice tank, so I
Yeah.
went and did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, I get it. And I'm gonna tell you, like, I had the same approach with my tank, with the exception of I built mines. And I kind of thought building mines would be a little easy. Not easier, I knew it was gonna be a challenge, but I thought it would be easier in the sense that since I have full control, I could like put a plumbing over here if I need it or do whatever I want, which Waterbox kind of doesn't, it's kind of pre-built for you. But after building a few water boxes and building my tank, man, well, Jesus, water boxes are very good and easy approach, man. Like, geez,
They look really good. Out of
No,
all of the tanks I've seen, they
I
look the
might be
best.
I might be wrong though. Like Coral King said, his is 13. Yeah, I think same. I got same tank, same lights. AP IO skimmer.
Hey,
Yeah.
Des,
But
you saw this one? Rick's fucking Reef says his water box 230 was about 26K.
Well, who said that? Let me see.
26K. What if the way it sits now?
He might drop it in the comments. You're in the hot seat.
Listen, in those 6 foot tanks, in my mind, right? On one of the big water boxes, the 6 foot ones, before you put water in it, at the very least, you're in the whole 10 grand. At the very least.
Yeah, for sure.
By the time you buy rock and you buy sand, and then you buy all 42 torches, you're 25, 30 in the hole. That's a lot. I don't have my scat pack yet. I gotta get the scat pack first.
Bitch, I got a scat parked in my living room.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Look, he said his was 26,000 dry.
Okay, after adding equipment and getting it shipped. Well, equipment, that's probably where all the money went. If he probably had all the bells and whistles all at once, I'm sure a boo's price can go up if he were to start adding equipment to it.
He said it's not a hole, it's an investment. I do think it is a good investment because the water box, they're resellable.
Fucking
People will buy it.
liability, man. Don't get me fucking started.
Huh?
This is a fucking liability. This ain't no investment, man.
I mean, I guess people will buy it. I give you out of the money.
Hey,
It's gone.
my first torch collection, I thought of it as an investment till I dried them bitches up. Now I'm looking at the second one as an investment. Yeah.
I mean, it works. It works, but long term, I don't know.
Man, look,
I don't think this is an investment. Like a fish tank ain't an investment. I don't believe it.
look, he
I
said
believe
on 200 grand at Worldwide Corals, I could have built my own fish store. Yeah. Let's not
See,
talk
that's when
about
you're just like hustling to hustle.
Hey, Des, let's not talk about Cash App, and let's not talk about PayPal transactions to one guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Man, that shit add up quick, boy. You want something nice, you gonna pay for it. That's what it is.
I'm not.
it's like they say, it costs to be the boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess, look, before we kind of, we're about at the hour and 20 mark. We're about at the hour 20 mark, so we're pretty much fixing to go to the end of this. But I guess we could sum up. I mean, we've talked about, you know, the levels of this. We've seen the levels of this through the comments, through us in the room, through our, we all have had our share of levels. I think we definitely need, there's a lot of newbies in here. You know, and a lot of people looking at this new, including my buddy that I helped him build this tank. You know, his eyes are probably in this room right now listening to us and trying to figure this thing out, and it's overwhelming. For us, it's second nature because we talk about it all day. We eat, breathe, and live it. But I think it's gotten to the point where it's also very, we can relate this hobby to almost every other hobby, even though it's very different. It's very same, and it's very similar in the sense, like I tried to think about, well, how can I correlate it to make it more understandable? And it was like the car enthusiast. You know, the car enthusiast, there's clicks, there's you know, there's different levels, there's different people with different thought process. Like, this hobby's really turned very close to that lifestyle. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mr. Guy 83. Yeah,
say that
we
again?
answered, bro. Mr. Guy 83. I think he had a question for us.
What's your question, Mr. Guy?
We're doing a little bit of both. I mean,
Let's see what his question is.
Are y'all just vibing or answering questions?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
A little bit of both.
If you got
Let's
something
go in
to
the
ask,
comments and see what they're asking.
yeah, we trying to answer. We might have missed some stuff. We're sorry. Knockout corals, good analogy. Yeah, and the reason why, I guess I'll segue over to this too, and to kind of tie it all together. The reason why I'm taking this route of the conversation is, you know, like with the controllers and stuff like that. We're all in a pretty, we're all trying to get to a very similar level. I can't say I'm nowhere near pro. I don't want to, you know, I'm in no marine biologist level. But we're definitely moving up the ladder of what we know, what we don't know, what we use and what we don't use, and our decisions. This has been a very this is a very also a monkey see monkey do type of hobby, especially when it comes to the higher end stuff, not only in corals but equipment. It's very trend related, and that's fine. That's in every hobby. But to the new guys out there, don't get overwhelmed. You don't need it right away. I mean, Abu's been showing his tank this whole life, and although he does have an Apex, it's not plugged in. That thing is beautiful. So I mean, and and Apex is a very good piece of machinery. I mean, once again, I think it's the best controller out there. But I just
that's what
feel
I'm gonna do the Apex.
yeah, no, Apex, man, they've definitely done great work.
Mr. Guy said I set up a new tank and struggling with phosphates. What's the acceptable level?
He doesn't even want to go down that rabbit hole of the phosphate. We're skull gang. We're fucking skull gang. 26 life.
You can start off saying what kind of corals you keep, though. You know what I mean? What kind of corals you trying to keep?
Yeah, you just stability. The right answer is just find where you're at and try to keep it. And then once you can keep it at one level, then you can learn to adjust it up or down.
This is a new tank.
But first, you got to get it to stay the same.
This
and then worry about up and down. I think, my opinion.
I think he's just asking how like what can he do? I mean, look, what I've used, and I believe unless he's changed his recipe, G does the same thing, because I got this a while back with him, was we run multiple reactors, one with GFO for phosphate and one with carbon for nitrate.
Yep.
GFO helps with phosphate. I mean, so if you're having struggles with phosphate, add a media that will help you manage your phosphate, and you know, just don't let it eat it. Just manage it. That's
and listen, to be clear, mine was 0.62, not 0.62, 0.6.
Going to eat, cuz.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Abu. Enjoy.
And everything looked good, so just keep it stable, and then you can learn to adjust it. But yeah, you know, I appreciate everybody for joining with us. Definitely thinking about adding the Apex to the system. The whole merger thing, it's none of our business, and I don't think we need to all be in this people's business. But just see what happens, and then you buy whatever you want from wherever you want to buy it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Only two things can happen. Either the prices are gonna go up or prices are gonna get better.
One of the two.
One of the two is gonna happen.
Hopefully it's the second
We
one.
end it with that,
For
right?
Dus's
Hopefully,
sake.
we're gonna end it with the price is gonna be better, and we end it with that.
There you go.
Thanks
All right.
to everybody.
Hey.
Deuces.
All right, good night, brother.
Good night,
All right,
bro.
man.
Bye.